Alright, so in today's video, I'm going over the best 5 attackers to solo queue with to rank up in Rainbow Six Siege. Now, before I actually get into the top 5 operators, I want to tell y'all why I chose the operators that I did. So whenever you solo queue, you want to be playing either flex or as a fragger. The reason you don't want to play hard support is, one, if you're solo queuing, chances are you're probably playing with a stack of people and they already have strats that they're doing, and if you're trying to play hard support, you are most likely going to hinder your team. Two, if they're not queued and they're all solo queuing just like you, chances are if you're trying to be coordinated by playing support, by trying to open walls, by trying to strat on defense, it's not going to go anywhere because your teammates are all running around playing fraggers. So that's why I'm having you play either a fragger, A, so that you're getting kills and you're still doing your job without needing to be with your team and communicating with your team, or flex, B, to fill in any roles that you need to fill in if your teammates are just running around and fragging. So with all that said, I picked 5 operators that you would use to frag or to flex to play with your team or to play by yourself. Taking up our number 5 spot is going to be Sledge. Now, Sledge is very, very versatile. Obviously, he has a sledgehammer that can open up all kinds of walls, floors, roofs, etc. It breaks windows extremely easily. He's very good on maps like Cafe, where you need to break the top 2 hatches, all of the windows around, etc. He brings a lot of utility with his frag grenades. He brings a great gun. And yeah, just overall, very easy to get kills with those guns. Very easy to help your team in any way that you need to with that sledgehammer and with those 2 frag grenades. So overall, very good solo queue attacker. Taking our number 4 spot is going to be Zofia. Now, Zofia, again, just like Sledge, brings a lot of utility. That is also really good if you want to coordinate with your team, but also complements really well if you want to solo queue. So she has 2 amazing weapons. Her AR did recently get nerfed, so her recoil is a little hard to control. And her LMG is amazing. I actually did a gun tier list very recently. I'll put it up in the top right, where I put her gun in S tier. It has 100 bullets. The damage is amazing. The rate of fire is pretty good for an LMG. But other than that, great weapon. She has 2 impacts. She has 2 stuns. She has a claymore that you can bring. And I'm pretty sure breach charges. But yeah, overall, very, very good. Zofia is definitely up there for solo queue operators. Now going into number 3, we're going to have Jackal. Now the reason he's not in number 1 is because obviously he gets banned a lot. If you play any sort of ranked, you know this. He gets banned on most maps. But when he's not banned, he has one of, if not the best roam clearing mechanics in the game. He can scan any footprints of defenders if they're in the vicinity recently, so you can roam clear entire sections of the maps just by seeing if there's footprints there or not. Very good. He brings 2 very good weapons. He brings a claymore. He brings an amazing shotgun, and overall is very, very good at getting those early picks in the game. And our number 2 spot is going to be Finka. Now, Finka and the operator that's first placed on this list are very, very close, and it took me a lot of time to actually decide where I was going to place the 2, but I came down to the decision on putting Finka second. Here's why. Finka brings average guns. Her guns are okay. They're pretty good, but they're not as good as the person who's in first place, which we'll talk about later. She brings 2 frag grenades. She brings a Gon 6, which is amazing for utility. And she has the ability to give a bunch of benefits to her teammates, like increased ADS time, increased health. She can revive her teammates. She can revive herself, and a lot of other buffs just with her ability. So yeah, Finka is very, very good all around. She provides a lot of solo queue potential with those buffs that she gives herself, but also she provides those buffs to all of her teammates. She can revive her teammates, so she's very good for team play as well. Now, before we get into the number 1 on this list, I did want to put an honorable mention in here, which is going to be Maverick. Now, personally, above everybody else here, dependent on where I'm going to pick Maverick. The reason being is he is the best hard breacher in the game, as there's 0 counter to him, and you provide a lot of value to your team with him. The only reason he's not on this list is because, 1, you need kind of a coordinated team to do anything with him in terms of getting walls open, in terms of getting utility so that other people can get walls open. You kind of need a team to play around you. And if you die, your team is hindered a lot, which is not something that you want to be doing when you're solo queuing. Finally, we have our number 1 spot. The number 1 attacker that you should be playing to rank up in Rainbow Six Siege is going to be Yana. Here's why. Yana has a very, very good gun. The ammo count is a little shaky, but the damage and fire rate is amazing. The recoil is amazing. she brings the Gon 6, as well as 2 frag grenades, just like Finka does. And she has infinite droning. This infinite droning is a lot faster than normal droning, as you send out a clone of yourself and you go and run around all the rooms. And also it can deny any Aruni gadgets. So very, very good, very versatile. It's pretty much the same thing as Finka, but you get to drone rooms a lot faster, making roam clearing way more efficient and making team play way smoother. That's going to be pretty much it for the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. All of the operators that I talked about on this list, I'm going to eventually make an operator guide for, just like I did for all of the last operator guides, which I'll put up here. And then at some point, I'm also going to do the same exact video that I just did, but for defenders. Let me know if you want to see that in the comments, or if you disagree with anything that I said. Don't forget to sub, and if you like the video, like it. If you dislike the video, dislike it, and I'll see you in the next one.